So this is the login page of my app Waste Manager. Here's an animation, and these are two text inputs, and these are two buttons. This is the username text input. Here we can enter anything, but if we enter your wrong username and password, it will not allow us into the app. So for example, if I enter a random username and a random password, it will say
incorrect or user not authenticated.
So this shows that we need to sign up first.
Sign up.
So here, this is the sign up page. Here we can input our phone number. Okay, and then we can create a username. So I'll just put my name. And here we can add the password. So this is the password and this is the verify password text input. And if we click sign up,
the password must be 4 or more characters long.
So that means we need to make our password 4 or more characters long. And if, for example, we don't enter anything in all of them, so if we delete the username,
please enter,
it will say please enter. So we need to enter something. And if the phone number isn't 10 digits long, it will say
phone number must be 10 digits long.
So if all of these are correct, then it will allow us into the app.
Welcome to Waste Manager.
So this is the welcome page. This has the drawer menu. And this is a button which navigates to the home screen. But since we just signed up, I'll show you the login page.
Login.
So the username we just created was Pranav, and the password is 1234. And now if you put the wrong password, it will say
password incorrect or user not authenticated.
So we need to put the correct credentials. And if we click enter, it'll take us to the welcome page.
Login successful. Welcome.
So now this is an animation and this is a label. And now we can click proceed to home.
Home.
So this is another animation, and this also has the drawer menu, which I made a button for, so it's easier. And here we have 3 buttons. One is what is waste management, one is how to manage waste, and one is the impacts of bad waste management. So these are 3 different pages with useful information about the topic. So if we click what is waste management.
What is waste management?
So there are 3 animations and some text. And this animation, if we click on it, it will read out the text, and this will translate the text into Hindi. So this is just the information regarding waste management.
Waste management refers to the various schemes to manage and dispose of waste. It can be by discarding, destroying, processing, recycling, reusing, or controlling waste. The prime objective of waste management is to reduce the amount of unusable materials and to avert potential health and environmental hazards. Adequate waste management can positively impact the environment and society. Therefore, it is important to learn how to manage waste.
So that's the text-to-speech. And this is the translator tool. So if we click this animation, the text will change into Hindi automatically. And we can go back to home. And from here we can go to how to manage waste.
How to manage waste.
So this is 3 buttons leading to 3 more pages and has an animation. And every page has the drawer menu button. And so let's go to the food waste page.
Food waste.
So this is another animation, and similar to the other page, this also has a translator animation and a text-to-speech animation. So if we click the text-to-speech, it will read out the text.
What is food waste? Food loss and waste is food that is not eaten. The causes of food waste or loss are numerous and occur throughout the food system, during production, processing, distribution, retail, and consumption. Overall, about 1/3 of the world's food is thrown away. This food waste can be managed and used for a different purpose, so that it is not wasted.
And we can also translate this text into Hindi. And we can go to the next page, which is called Managing Food Waste.
Methods to manage food waste.
And these are the various methods to manage food waste, such as composting, storing food properly, proper organization of foods, non-over shopping, planning before meals, etc. And this is the text to speech, and this is the translator. So if we click this, it converts to Hindi. And this is a link to a website, which is the detailed explanation. So if they want more information, they can go to the website. And if we click
Food
back,
waste. How to manage waste.
now we can go to the e-waste.
E-waste.
So the text to speech will work if I click this button.
Electronic waste or e-waste describes discarded electrical or electronic devices. Used electronics which are destined for refurbishment, reuse, resale, salvage, recycling through material recovery, or disposal are also considered e-waste.
And this also translates the text to Hindi for users who are not able to read English. Again, this is
Managing
another
e-waste.
page called Managing E-Waste, and it shows the various methods of managing e-waste. And this again reads out the text and this translates it. And if we go back,
E-waste. How to manage waste.
we can go to the 3 R's page, which is,
The 3 R's.
so here's another animation. I've used a lot of animations. There are 4 buttons. This, if we click this button, it takes us to a link, a website, which shows the methods of reducing, reusing, and recycling. So if the users want a more detailed explanation, then in the app, they can go there.
Reduce.
So this reads out the text.
Reduce means to minimize the amount of waste we create. Consumers are encouraged to reduce their waste by purchasing in bulk, buying items with less packaging, and switching to reusable instead of single-use items. Businesses can adopt manufacturing methods that require fewer resources and generate less waste. Some other methods: use a reusable bottle cup for beverages on the go. Use reusable grocery bags, and not just for groceries. Purchase wisely and recycle. Buy second-hand items and donate used goods.
So this is again the translate option, and this takes us to a link only about reducing, which is even more detailed, and this continues to the reuse page. So let's click that.
Reuse.
So this is reuse.
Reuse refers to using items more than once. Waste can immediately be reused. For example, consumers can refill a purchased bottle of water with water from home to minimize the number of plastic bottles being discarded. Bring your reusable shopping bag to the grocery store. Bring a reusable mug to the coffee shop. Bring reusable takeout containers with you to restaurants. Pack lunches in a reusable bag with reusable food and drink containers.
So all like the long texts have translate options and text to speech options to make it easier for the users. And then again, this is another article on reusing, like the previous page on reducing. There is also an article here. If we click this, it takes us to a link. And this is the recycling page. So if we click this, it will take us there.
Recycle.
So this is the recycling page.
Recycle means putting the product to a new use instead of throwing it away. When waste is eventually discarded, segregating items for recycling from other waste is important. Recyclables include glass, newspaper, aluminum, cardboard, and a surprising array of other materials. Lead, for example, has one of the highest recycling rates because of laws requiring the recycling of lead-acid batteries. Flatten cardboard boxes so that you can fit more recyclables into your bin. All plastic bottles can be recycled, from water bottles to salad dressing, so put all of them in your recycling container. Most metallic items in the home can be recycled, such as empty spray cans and tinfoil, and of course, all empty soda, fruit, vegetable, and other food cans.
So if we click this link, if this button, it will take us to a link. And this is the translate option, which will again translate to Hindi. We can go
The 3
back.
R's. How to manage waste.
And now we can go to impacts of bad waste management.
Impacts of bad waste management.
So there are 2 pages here. If we click this button, also this is an animation. We can click this environment button.
Environmental impacts.
So this is all the environmental impacts of waste management.
The waste humans generate waste has been detrimental to our environment for quite some time now. Humans are generating too much trash and cannot deal with it in a sustainable way. Waste that is not biodegradable and cannot be properly recycled is filling our oceans and landfills. Let's take plastic waste as an example. A recent study found that of the 6.3 billion metric tons of plastic waste that has been produced, only 9% of that plastic waste had been recycled. The way we dispose of waste is troubling. What is worse, in this decade alone, it would seem that waste disposal has become more careless. What we have failed to do is to put into action the ideas we believe will help us mitigate or adapt to climate change. Case in point, the trash that is dumped in landfills releases methane gas. Taken one step further, open landfills were found to represent 91% of all landfill methane emissions. The burning of large, open piles of trash in various parts of the world emits dangerous levels of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that is heating up our planet. Researchers have calculated that approximately 40% of the world's trash is burned in this fashion, posing large-scale risks to both our atmosphere and the people that live near these burning sites.
And this is the translate option, and we can go back.
Impacts of bad waste management.
It takes us back to this page, and we can go to human health.
Human health impacts.
So this basically has all the impacts of bad waste management on human health.
Human health is at risk through our inaction. We keep producing large amounts of trash. We do not dispose of it correctly, and in the end that will be our downfall, as it is for the environment and wildlife in the ecosystems we all share. We cannot prevent or promote longevity with how we treat our Earth. The more emissions that we produce due to how much trash we generate affects us long term. One can develop diseases such as asthma, birth defects, cancer, cardiovascular disease, childhood cancer, COPD, infectious diseases, low birth weight, and preterm delivery. Bacteria, vermin, and insects can also be added to the problem that trash causes.
So that is the human health impacts, and we can go back now.
Impacts of bad waste management.
And now we can explore the other pages, such as contact us.
Contact us.
So this page has 2 animations, and it has the phone number, which they can call if they need more assistance, and an email, which they can send any queries to. We can go to the feedback page.
Feedback page.
So here the users can type their feedback about the app, which will help us improve it. So I'll type, the app is useful, and I'll rate the app a 9 out of 10. And if I click the send animation,
Feedback was sent successfully. Thank you. Home.
it will take us back to home, and it'll show that feedback was sent successfully. And now I'll go to the settings page. Here there is 1 animation and 2 sliders and switches, 2 switches and 2 sliders. So this basically disables and enables the notifications for the app. So if the users want that, they can enable it. And this allows the app to track the user data. And here users can enter their location. So I'll enter my location. And here users can adjust the brightness and volume. This isn't functional because I haven't learned how to code that yet, but it still uses sliders. And then if we click the sign out button,
Login.
we go back to the login page. And from here, we can enter our username and password again, and we'll be taken to home.
Login successful. Welcome.
Yeah, so that's my app. Thank you.